What's up? So, how I moved to LA. I wanted to do comedy. 2007, I got my Durango that I got from my brother. It had bad tags on it at the time. I had just sold my Chevy. Now my Chevy, I got $2,000 from it, right? 2007, I hop in the car, I started driving. Me and my cousin Antoine going. We stop in Iowa, spend the night, wake up, keep driving. I had to get gas in the morning. I go get some gas. I got my toiletry bag, right? With all this cash. Not all this cash, but my cash. Got that in my bag. Pay for the gas, get in the car, drive away. 3 hours later, it's time to get more gas. Pull in. First thing I remember is, fuck. I left my dough. I left the money. And immediately, he like, nah, man. I'm like, we lost, man. We called back. There was no finding that money, bro. Kept going. I said, man, fuck it. We just had to keep riding. Now, I had like maybe $80, $90 in my tray just from changing money on the ride. Get there, dog. We get all the way to LA. I don't even know where I'm going when I get to LA. I tell my mama, she like, so we get there. She like, look, you need to go see your cousin. Now, I didn't know we even had cousins out in LA. My mama didn't even meet the people. She said, her name is Rhonda. You need to go see. I said, Mom, I'm not going over nobody's house. I'm going to gut this thing out. She like, Kevin, you ain't got no money. You ain't no time. You need to go see what's up. All right, Mom, fine. I'm riding on the 101 at the time. It's raining a little bit. We went downtown, showed up with $80. We got an Angus meal from McDonald's. I'll never forget. We split it. Get there, pull up on my cousin. She lives in Burbank. And I'm like, okay, I get to Burbank, but she got the real nice house, doing real well for herself. And she invited me in, like, come on in. And I'm like, all right, you know, I come in, but I ain't tell her I lost my money. I'm just like, yo, what's up? She was like, very nice. She was like, oh, y'all should relax for a minute. My husband will be home, and maybe you guys want something to eat. Now, mind you, we do want something to eat, and she don't know we ain't got no bread. She was like, I tell you what, y'all had a long ride. Y'all need to spend the night here. Thank God she said that, because we ain't really had nowhere to go, for real. We ain't had no dough. So she said, spend the night. So we spend the night. We sleep in her son room, who is my cousin, who at the time was a freshman at Morehouse College, who's now a full lawyer right now. Shout out to my dog Malcolm. My cousin Malcolm's a lawyer now. He was a freshman in college. We sleeping in his room. I'm sleeping on the top bunk. My cousin sleeping on the floor. And I remember being there at night telling him like, hey man, you gotta go home, dog, tomorrow. He was mad. Man, fuck that. I don't wanna go home, nigga. I'm out here with you. I'm like, bro, you gotta go, man, cause I don't even know these people. Look, I ain't got no room, dog. Long and short, next day he go home. Spend the night, we get up. I never forget. My cousin Rhonda said, I'm telling you, I serve a good God. My cousin Rhonda said to me, hey, and now we in Burbank. She said, hey, can you drive to Wilshire Boulevard, Hollywood, basically, to pick up my mail? And I was like, cool. And she was like, I'll give you some gas. She gave me $50 for gas money. Do you know how bad I needed that money? Fuck. So then I drive down there, long end of the short, I done been there. My cousin go home after about a week or two, because I had been going out to my car every day, getting my clothes out my car, because she said, you need to stay for a couple days. I said, thank you. Still ain't never told her. At that time, I had never told her that I lost my money. So that turned in. Then one day, man, after like maybe a week, maybe about 3 weeks or so, because I went and got a little cheap job at Kmart on San Fernando Boulevard in the Valley. And she said, hey, look, my dad's not feeling well. He's sick. Her dad, rest in peace, had cancer. So she was like, he's gonna come move into this house with us. So you can go live in his house. And just like that, I was living in a 2-bedroom, 2-car garage house in Sylmar, Lakeview Terrace, to the face. I lived with Rhonda then for 3 months. Then I lived in that house for 6 months. So my first 9 months was rent free. And I was working at the House of Blues. So when I tell you I was blessed coming out here, I was working at the House of Blues. I had time to learn the system. of LA and how it worked. And I never forget working at the House of Blues every night. I used to wear a suit. Matter of fact, my first day working at the House of Blues was the night Pimp C died next door at the Mondrian Hotel on Sunset Strip. My first night was the night that Pimp C, rest in peace, died right there in the Mondrian Hotel. But across from the House of Blues was the Comedy Store. And on Tuesdays, every Tuesday night, I'd be working and I'd look across, and that's when the black people would be over there. Man, I would get my lunch. We would get a lunch from the kitchen, and I would walk over across the street and behind the Comedy Store. Man, I wasn't even doing comedy. I would sit in the back of the Comedy Store with my plate, with my black suit on, watching comedy. Like, man, I'm gonna do that shit. Some of them people that was on them shows, I still fuck with now and don't even know I was sitting in this game for 2 years, just watching it before I jumped in. So needless to say, I was blessed coming here, man. I was blessed landing. And to tell you the truth, so one day Rhonda, she invited me to one of her meetings. She's a Buddhist, if I'm saying that correctly. And they were talking, and I told her, I might have been out here almost a year at the time, and I told her that I didn't have no money. And she was like, I told her at that time that I moved out here that I didn't have no money, and she never knew. And she gave me a big hug, like, wow. And I just told her how much she meant to me. But I've been clearly blessed in this game. And that was all off of me just making a move and said, you know what? I'm moving to LA. So that's how I got to LA. Story time. Make sure y'all click subscribe and turn on that notification bell, man. That's Kevin Tate, man. I done told y'all all my business. I'm out, man. Peace.